standing by with our next team. Camille?
We have here from Dallas, Texas.
Parish Rover and Jake.
Sophie. Okay, what is your design? Tell us about your design on your rover.
So last year we were really big, and so this year we tried to keep it simple frame. We have a front crossbar and then one beam going all the way back. Pedals for the drivetrain. We have our sprocket down to our internal hub that we're powering one side of the vehicle only to try and eliminate some of our problems that we would have with like spline shafts and whatnot. And this year we also tried to eliminate suspension to shed weight so we could go faster.
Okay, great. Anybody guys want to give a thank you to or shout out to? I can see your coaches behind you giving you encouraging words.
Yeah, we'd like to thank all of our coaches and Mr. Cripps, who isn't here with us, and Mr. Makins and our school.
Great. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Okay, so thank you, Camille. And we've got one of the students from that team. Tell me your name, the name of your school.
I'm Whitney Wheeler, and I attend Parish Episcopal School.
And what's your job on the team?
I'm kind of in charge of logistics. I make sure that all the paperwork is done, the report was turned in on time, make sure that everybody is where they're supposed to be, and I kind of handle all the stuff that nobody else wants to handle.
So we've been talking a lot about the structure of the frame and the wheels and 3D printing, but you just mentioned a report. Tell us more about the report and why that's important.
It's really important to document what you're doing and to make sure that you're able to communicate. It's something that we've had to work on a lot this year because we are mainly a young team. We are made up of mostly sophomores, and so that's something that we need to work on is our teamwork and everything like that. And so being able to document that and then communicating it with others is really important.
Of course, documentation is one of the awards that they'll end up giving out at the end of the day tomorrow. Were you part of the team last year?
Yes, sir, I was.
Okay, so you as well know then that they won the Pitt Award.
Yes.
Last year. What happened last year?
Well, last year we had what I call the best kept secret on campus. It didn't roll before we left. So we spent tons of time here working, countless hours. We went to a friend. She actually works here. And we went to her garage afterwards and spent hours and hours welding and fixing, and then we ended up having it roll that first day, and we had it going, but it epically failed. One of our wheels sheared off, and the first day we all jumped in and carried the entire thing, our entire team, and our team came back last year and carried it through the second day, but we've made a lot of changes. It's a completely new frame, completely new design, different material. Oh, they're stuck. Sorry. Push.
I understand. It's hard to get that momentum to get up on that butte.
I mean, we sat there all morning watching them go through, and then we were coaching them. Well, you need to keep pushing, keep pushing. And I mean, I'm proud of them no matter how they get through. We've done so great this year compared to last year. We went off a curb at school and threw a fit. I mean, we've overcome so many obstacles this year. I'm so proud of our team. I'm kind of overwhelmed.
So you talk about going off the curb. You were here last year, so you saw the obstacles. What did you learn by seeing this course, the difficulty that you took back to your school?
We really learned that we needed to test a lot more than we did previously. We needed to make sure that we could go up the large hills that we anticipated. We took those guidelines from the instructions where it gave us, the obstacle outlines, and we really did take those to heart, and we read every single one of them as a team and kind of went over them and made sure that everybody understood so we could test properly and get that taken care of.
So when you were working last year and you talk about the communication, did your team from last year communicate well to you, and what do you plan to do to next year's team?
Well, next year's team, we're actually going to be missing our design expert. He's graduating. So that's something that we're going to need to communicate, is we're going to need to kind of work together and get a better sense of how to do that on our own. So that's something that we've really got to get down.
As we were watching Parish Episcopal School from Dallas, Texas, right now trying to muscle their way through the Martian landscape there. If it's not the butte, it's the sand. It's one or the other is going to grab them. So, do you want to mention any of the folks who helped you back home in building this?
Someone that we really like to thank is Performance Bike. We have a local one there, and they've donated tons of parts to us. They really did help us know what to use. They helped us with our gearing and everything like that. We really would like to thank them. We'd like to thank United Mechanical, and also also Lady Walton's. We just this year got an indoor welding shed. Last year we were welding outside in the rain and the snow. So we really would like to thank them for making that possible, because if they didn't, we wouldn't be here racing.
That's what I was going to ask you. We've had teams who've done different types and styles of design when it came to the actual body work. And was welding, is that a new skill that you had to learn?
Yes, actually my first year I didn't know how to do it, and I had to gain that.
Excellent. Well, thanks very much for joining us. We're going to keep an eye on your team. Looks like they're going along at a pretty good clip, heading down now towards the lunar crater. Once again, this is Parish Episcopal School from Dallas, Texas. You're watching right now. Let's head on down to the starting line where Camille's standing by with our next team.
All right, tell me where you're from and what's your name.
We're from Fairhope, Alabama. My name is Vincent Patty.
I'm Sydney White.
Okay, I think this is the second team from Fairhope, Alabama. I feel the excitement coming from your Rover right now. Tell us a little bit about your design.
We got the best buggy here. That's about all there is to it.
That's all they need to know. Good luck, guys.
The best buggy here.
I like the confidence. Of course, you got to have confidence. If there's one characteristic that is consistent with astronauts, it's confidence. And so, you want to have the confidence to attack a track like this, because with the new courses or the new features to the course, it's very challenging, and we've seen several teams that look competitive just get bogged down. And as you said, if it's not the red clay, it's the sand.
Yep. Or the loose gravel over here by
Man,
us.
yeah, pea gravel. I think pea gravel is like invented by somebody evil, Dr. Evil.
Yeah, they don't design these just to try to bog down the rovers. They design them to force people to try to overcome them.
Oh yeah, it's like a rover trap. It's like, we don't only want to stop you, we want to break you.
Parish Episcopal now driving right past our broadcast area. Good communication between the driver in the front and the rear driver. That's always been fascinating to me, is watch them. While it may be an efficient design of running back to back, it's more difficult for the person in the back when they cannot see what is happening.
Absolutely, and you saw on the helmet, you see on this shot right here, the GoPro camera that's on the student driver. And one of the earlier interviews that we did, they were talking about, we're going to go back and we're going to look at that film and see what we can learn about the performance of any of the components that we can capture on film. And so that's a real vital feature to the design. You talk about the report and the information gathering, that's a key tool that they've been using. And here goes, is that Fairhope, right?
This is Fairhope High School. This is their second team. It's a team where it looks like the front driver is sitting higher than the back driver. To learn more a little bit about it, we've got one of their team representatives here. First of all, what is your name, sir?
My name is Austin Luke.
All right, Austin. So what part did you play in building this particular rover?
Well, basically we all kind of chipped in, but my main job was I was the welder. I've been doing it forever, so they just got me to weld.
So they tapped into your expertise in that case.
Yes, sir, they did.
So what were some of the challenges that you felt in trying to put together? Because this is not like, I assume you've never put together a vehicle like this before.
This is my first time, yes. Really, it was hard to kind of play by the guidelines and trying to get it to meet the 5x5x5 requirements, because we did make it so tall. And